All right, thank you for staying with us. Nile University is a private multidisciplinary university established in 2009 and located in Abuja, Nigeria. Nile University is committed to building future generations of professionals and leaders who can thrive and positively impact the African continent by leveraging academic innovation, state-of-the-art facilities, and a talented team of faculty and staff.
All right, so the university currently has 8 faculties: health sciences, law, engineering, computing, science, arts and social sciences. There's also management sciences, environmental sciences, and a school of postgraduate studies, offering over 40 undergraduate programs and more than 50 postgraduate programs. Now that you know, let me welcome someone who will give us more details about the Nile University and how it's advancing education in Nigeria. And we're being joined by none other than the Vice Chancellor of the university, of course, Professor Dele Dogo. Of course, your surname is Fan what?
Surname is Dogo.
That's
Dogo.
Professional.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for joining us. I saw something here and I was wondering.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us, Prof. So when I heard, or whenever I hear Nile University, the first thing that comes to my mind is River Nile, in Egypt, we all know. So tell us about Nile University. What makes it tick?
Thank you so much for having me on in your studio this morning. And good morning, all Nigerians. I want to start by appreciating all Nigerians who are investing in the future of their children by sending them to Nile University. Nile University of Nigeria was initially Nile Turkish, Nigerian Turkish Nile University when it was started by the Turkish group in 2009. It thereafter evolved into Nile University of Nigeria. And Nile University of Nigeria started with just about 100 students in 2009. And over the years, we've grown to be one of the fastest growing private universities here in Nigeria. This actually was actualized by the onboarding of the Honoris United Universities. For our viewers, Honoris United Universities is the largest private higher institution network on the African continent. We have universities in 10 countries, and we are currently playing host to over 100,000 students in over 75 campuses. Nile University is special in the sense that it intends to provide high-quality education to Nigeria and Nigerians right here in Nigeria. Our core values are to make sure that we use technology to drive education that will impact on the African continent. That is why the motto of Honoris United Universities is education for impact. When we say impact, we are talking of our graduates representing us anywhere in the world in a way and manner that is expected, well-trained and motivated to deliver, especially in the 21st century. For those of us who have watched keenly world evolution, especially in economic cycles, will agree that Africa missed out in the first industrial revolution, we missed out in the second, we missed out in the third, and Africa must be relevant in the fourth industrial revolution. And that's why we are investing heavily in technology-driven learning to ensure that our graduates meet up with all the demands of both industry and public service.
And that's why I'm going to be asking, what are the areas of specialty for Nile University? Or do you cover everything?
Yes, we are a multidisciplinary university. We have the College of Health Sciences currently providing one of the best medical graduates in the country. In fact, we are one of the first institutions to be accredited by the Medical and Dental Council to provide an enrollment quota of 200 right now. For you to be given such a quota by a regulatory body, it means that you have put in place the right infrastructure, you have the right human resources and talents to drive this learning. We have invested so heavily, especially in the College of Health Sciences, We've created the first STEM lab in the country, in Nile University. We right now have developed the first very high definition medical simulation to drive learning and teaching. And we'll continue to innovate along that line. In computing, for instance, we have all the courses required to drive learning. Currently, we are introducing AI as one of the courses, in addition to many other courses, including data science. In engineering, the amount of innovation our students have created have earned the attention of Korean. In fact, most often, all those who are winners of these awards from the regulators come from Nile University. In fact, we have other courses in environmental sciences, we have courses in sciences, we have courses in management sciences, and we also have courses in arts and social sciences. Incidentally, we've just introduced multimedia and film.
I was going to ask.
You know,
in addition to BSc broadcasting.
Okay,
And in
that's
fact,
interesting.
Exactly. And in fact, we are moving beyond that to animation. So all these things we believe will create the necessary environment for graduates of Nile University in these courses to thrive and, in fact, become employers of labor.
Okay, let's quickly look at, you know, I mean, all the qualities that you have given us in terms of your super and suprastructure. You know, usually a private university, you know, that that prides itself with this kind of robust, you know, structures, usually not within reach or reserved for a certain class of students. I mean, my cameramen here, if the children want to, you know, get admission into Nile University, for instance, how accessible is it for them? And secondly, sir, you may also want to take this question. Recently, we had a conversation, you know, in our meeting about how robust, you know, universities or tertiary institutions in Nigeria, you know, are embracing e-learning. We understand that some private universities are doing well. You know, how is your university, or is your university also embracing e-learning?
Well, let me start by saying that Nile University of Nigeria is one university that intends to be not only accessible, but affordable. And if you compare our tuition with other institutions, given the kind of programs and offerings we do here in Nigeria, I think Nile University will rate as the cheapest.
What's your tuition per semester?
Well, it ranges from about 2.8 to 5.7 for medicine. And I want to tell you that these are tuition fees that have subsisted for over, let me say, 10 years without change.
How do you do that?
Well,
in the face of inflation and
exactly.
everything?
So that is because we are education for impact. Nile University strives to make sure that education, despite the economic hardship, remains accessible. If we limit quality education to only those who can have, then we'll have a demography or cohort of people that will be developed inappropriately, so to say. So our intention is to make sure that we are creative, we are innovative in our offerings so that we make education accessible. Accessible not only as physical education. In fact, right now, we have Nile Online, and we've gotten the license for digital license from NUC that will allow us to put up courses online, and perhaps that will also support the course. But beyond that, we try to reach every facet of life by making education accessible to our executives in office, by making education accessible to our students who want to study at home, by making education accessible to even those who are outside the country, by making sure we put in the right infrastructure that will drive learning and teaching. I think I can tell you that Nile University has the best infrastructure to deliver online learning for now. Our students
is payment I was going to ask if payment is flexible, you know, so that those who cannot afford bulk payment, you know, have an ease of payment structure.
We always have a way of making sure that payment can be made flexible, and we continue to make sure that our students are able to register and continue their education despite the hardship. Like I said, we are very creative and innovative, and in doing so, we have earned the confidence of the public. We have earned the confidence of those who choose to invest in our educational system. And I want to tell you that for now, We are evolving the best business school in Nile University. In fact, we've created executive education wing that currently actually we have a lot of people enrolled in executive MBA, for instance. And this has made it easy for chief executives to take time off in their office and still get access to what we call customized education to meet the demands of those who are already very engaged, very busy, and cannot attend to physical education because of the demand of having to move up and down. And for us to get that one done, we have entered into collaboration with so many high-tech companies to ensure that we drive this with ease. And in fact, even people outside the country can access our digital education, executive education. And we have, in doing that...
Is this for real? Is this for real?
Yeah. Anything you see in Nile is life. And we are committed to do things and do it right. We are investing heavily in infrastructure and to create the best learning environment in the country.
How much of the investment goes into postgraduate studies? What kind of programs do you have at the postgraduate level?
In fact, currently, we have over 50 different postgraduate programs, ranging from MBA to Masters in Public Health, MSc in Petroleum and Gas, PhD in Petroleum and Gas, and almost all the kind of courses you expect in a multidisciplinary education currently exists there. And we have the talents and the manpower to drive world-class learning. In fact, if you work in there, in the STEM lab alone have over 22 laboratories in one building. In addition to that, we have created a fabrication lab, and I think it's the first in this country. The fabrication lab allows us to fabricate anything you want. And we are working with a lot of non-governmental agencies, especially French Embassy, for instance, are working with us to even develop a mini factory for recycling of plastic waste. So we've entered into a lot of collaboration. With regards to employability, where we place a lot of our premium, we've developed the collective lab, and the collective lab ensures that our graduates on graduation are ready to be employers of labor, not necessarily going to line up in the already long queue of those waiting to be employed. We organize career fairs.
I wanted to ask you, VC, because I see quite a number of vocational, facilities or equipment and all that, machines and all that. And I wanted to ask if you have a plan, to nurture those who have, interest in vocational or entrepreneurial, business to thrive. Because the federal government already has the students' loan scheme, which comes in and to bridge the gap in terms of tuition, but it also has the component parts, that enable students to be gainfully employed after graduation. How gainfully employed, the opportunities
in fact,
to be
we
employed.
place a lot of premium on employability, and for now, I think Nile University graduates have attained the critical employability ratio we expect of any university. And this is because we train them, we mentor them to ensure that they are industry fit on graduation. Currently, we've entered into a collaboration with one of the largest internship company across the world. They are creating an internship hub right inside Nile University, taking the best of our students, giving them payable internship, so that after 6 months, they observe them into the mainstream of their company and send them to companies that they serve across the world.
Fantastic.
So we are deliberate when it comes to employability. And we have currently over 65 partner universities across the world that gives us the opportunity to work and ensure that the quality of graduates we produce here in Nigeria are ready to go into the job market at any time. These are people who are prepared, both mentally, physically, and skilled to deliver on this. And that's why the collective lab, which is supposed to be an entrepreneurship incubation hub, is created, so that by the time they graduate, they already know where to go, they already know what to do, and they are skilled to deliver on those ones.
Where exactly is Nile University located, and how conducive is the environment for learning? Because this counts a great deal. And then what about scholarships?
Thank you so much for coming onto that. I think for now, Nile University is one of the institutions that deliberately work to make sure that as part of our corporate social responsibility to provide scholarship to those who are qualified and perhaps may not necessarily have what it takes to be there. And we invest heavily in scholarship. For instance, those who excel in sports are given 100% scholarship, indifferent of what you want to study. Because we believe that if we develop the youth to be good sportsmen and women, they can actually serve the purpose of so many other things through a multiplier effect. So we want to develop the youth so that they are responsive, because they are the future of this country. And beyond that, when it comes to a campus, I think Nile University of Nigeria for now has the best campus situated in Jabi.
Where is it located?
Sorry, just a yes,
Jabi here in Abuja, creating a world-class learning environment with the best. In fact, we are now rated as a green campus. Our chief executive have said that as economic forum, World Economic Forum, that Nile University shall be a green campus. And right now we are a green campus and we are working towards creating the best learning environment.
We are seeing it.
Yeah.
Yes, we are seeing it. But just a final one before we let you go. You know, certificates are becoming questionable these days. I mean, how, you know, what's the quality of the certificates? I think, how do you ensure that these are genuine certificates that you churn out?
In fact, we've brought in technology to ensure that all certificates issued at Nile University are genuine. Incidentally, companies, government in Nigeria now, if they have to issue out employment, they will always want to refer to the institution to, in fact, certify if the certificate is genuine or not. But in Nile University, we have ensured that all those who graduate in Nile University are genuine graduates and ambassadors of Nile University who are skilled and prepared to work anywhere.
All right, Vice Chancellor, Nile University of Nigeria, Professor Dele Dogo, we would like to thank you. I'm told we have some 2-3 more minutes with you.
Prof may not like to make his speech. Why, in spite of all that you have said, if you have to convince me, for instance, to come do a postgraduate program, of course I'll be looking towards the same area of the media. Do you have your
2 point something million?
AI stand alone, or is it infused with other programs?
Well, what we try to do is to provide comprehensive education. All the courses in Nile universities are customized to the needs of both industry and society. The curriculum itself is developed in such a way that it's responsive to your needs. And in fact, we provided other courses other than the degree courses. We have certificate courses that are intended and targeted towards industry or those who want self-development or establishment that want to develop their staff. In fact, we've sat down a lot of companies that have peculiar needs, and we have customized their training to meet their needs. And even here in NTA, if NTA can enter into collaboration or cooperation with us so that we can have a staff development program, especially that the Department of Mass Communication offers an array of courses, like I told you. We've gone into television and multimedia. We've gone into broadcasting. So all these are intended to reach out to all those who want quality education, who want mentorship, who want upskilling in their profession to get that. And that's why we put up online education or Nile Online to ensure that even for those of you who are busy in office, you can create time and space to acquire the kind of education you need.
How do you deal with skill, manpower? You know, these days that teachers and lecturers are jackbuying. So,
you know, as an international organization, we make sure that we keep pace with expectations of our teachers. And beyond that, all our teachers are retrained to meet the quality and standards we need to deliver on quality education. For instance, every year, we make sure that our academics are retrained. The non-academic staff are also trained. And all of them are upskilled in creative thinking, problem solving, as well as metaverse, to ensure that they are conversant with developments in technology. And right now, even our method of teaching has moved from traditional teaching to contemporary ways of teaching, including flipped classroom, so that, in fact, these students have access to teaching materials even before they come to class. So that
all right.
I think Victor and I will definitely pay you a visit to see for ourselves, because it's too beautiful. It's too
sounds too good to be true.
Sounds too good to be true. Anyway, Vice Chancellor,
thank you so much.
Vice Chancellor, Nile University of Nigeria, Professor Dele Dogo, thank you once again. We are glad to have you come to share your success story with us.
Thank you so much, and God bless you.
All right, and that's Good Morning Nigeria for today. Again, it's Tuesday. Don't forget, tomorrow is another day, and I'll see you. I am Claire Adilabu Abdulrazak. Bye-bye.
And I am Victor Azo. See you again tomorrow.